Oh, sorry. Hey, Scott Walker coming to you from the Southwest Audio Fest 2025 in the, how do you pronounce this room? Dardanelles?
Dardanelles.
Upstairs on the mezzanine, this is our room.
Yes.
Here, Scott Walker Audio, Luxury Audio Group, Aldo Filippelli.
See?
Representing all his brands, which is Estelon, Vitus, Crystal Cable, ART, which is Audio Realignment, and Neo Racks today.
Fantastic.
We also have Taiko Audio, which we're a dealer for. We have the Olympus playing. We have the MSB Cascade DAC, which we're using as a preamp, driving the Vitus amps directly. Unbelievable. And the star of the show, not really star of the show, but one of the real highlights of this room is the SonoruS ATR10 Mark II tape deck, which everyone just went bananas over, huh?
Yeah.
Is that right?
It was a showstopper.
Yeah.
Like everybody that heard it, I don't think there was even one negative comment at all the whole weekend.
No. One guy, we were playing The Wall, which is 42 or 43 minutes, the last two records. One guy goes, hey, can you play it again? One night we were going to dinner, we had to kick him out.
Wow.
Let's talk about the products in the room real quick.
Yes.
And for people out there in audio land, let's start with the purple beauties right here.
Yes.
Come on.
So this is a special product. This is the Estelon X Diamond Signature Edition.
Yes.
Limited production, 20 pairs allocated to the USA. It is a very tweaked version of their highly successful X Diamond Mark II.
Yep.
And I have to say, it's to me, it's more than just refined and
For
tweaked.
For sure.
It's like if you take a BMW and you send it to Brabus,
Yeah.
and you get this whole other
nother
back.
universe, yeah.
That's what this is.
Yeah, for sure.
And the performance is second to none in its price class.
Absolutely. For this size cabinet, the performance of this speaker in this room, people were they were slayed this weekend.
No question.
How much is it? How much is the speaker?
$125,000.
125. I'm not aware of any speaker in that price point. There's lots of them out there that do what this speaker does. I kid you not, folks. It's amazing. We have the speaker at our Texas store. You should come hear it. It's amazing. Yep. Okay, got that. Let's talk about the Vitus.
So we have Vitus Audio from Denmark. It has a Class A, Class AB monoblock amplifier. It was reviewed by Jonathan Vollen from the Absolute Sound. He said that it was the best solid state in his career that he has ever heard.
So this is the actual model that was on the cover of that magazine a few months back.
Yes.
Yeah.
And has won Product of the Year and Editor's Choice so far.
Yeah.
Golden Ear is next.
How much power about does amp put
It
out?
is 100 watts
Yeah.
into 8 ohms in Class A.
Yeah.
100 watts into 8 ohms in Class AB.
Yeah.
So it is a true high current amplifier.
But it's a beast.
It
The
is
thing's
a
a
beast.
beast. It's the other thing about the amplifier, it has actually 4 settings.
Yes.
You can run the amp in Class A or Class AB. You can run the amp in classic or rock mode, right?
Yes.
So just touch on those quickly.
So
for
it's
folks
a
out there.
brilliant concept. So there's a lot of people that like the sound of tubes, but don't like to deal with tubes and the technology and the maintenance.
Yeah, sure.
So Hans Ola Vitus, that is the engineer, creator of the products, founder of the company, he also likes that type of sound. So he created a way of making a tube-like sound with solid-state devices. And it has a little button in the front to change these modes.
Yeah.
So if you want a more conventional solid-state sound, you go to rock mode.
Yeah.
If you want this hybrid, almost tube-like sound, you go to classic mode.
Yeah.
And it's using the same output, so there's no equalization.
And funny is, yesterday we
manipulation.
were changing it for folks and demonstrating it, and it's night and day difference.
Oh, it is.
Yeah. So
especially with these speakers and this high resolution of the system.
Yeah, for
It
sure.
really does.
While we're back here, let's talk about the Neo racks real quick.
Neo, they're out of Slovakia. They are a very high-end rack company.
Yes.
Makes everything in-house. They have their own millwork for their stainless steel legs. They also do HDF and MDF boards for their shelves. What does it take to assemble? Like 5 minutes? Maybe 10 max?
5-10 minutes, yeah. Easy,
it's
quick.
Super easy.
Quality, first rate, you guys. You're not understanding. when you screw these things together, like somebody has labored over these legs and these fittings, they are bitching. And you know what? Frankly, I'm not a real wood guy, but they sound amazing. Yeah. They sound amazing. Part of it is these footers. Talk about these SonoruS footers.
So the
They're
SonoruS,
insane.
These footers that are used on the amp stand and also on the rack, it is a multi-piece stainless steel device that fits within each other. And each smaller piece rests on the internal section that is full of ceramic ball bearings.
Yep.
So what's happening is it's literally dancing and isolating the vibrations, not just from the rack and the electronics to the floor, but from the floor to the rack. So there is complete isolation on the equipment, as opposed to heavy damping like HRS and everybody else.
Not only that, but they look sophisticated. They look beautiful. I like the low profile. It's just a very, very sleek
very
look.
elegant.
On a separate note, we're using footers, which you don't import, but we sell by the truckloads. You guys, we have this footer right here that is under all the components. You can probably see it, and under the speakers. It's called RevOpod, okay? And it's a leveling footer. You adjust it to level the components, etc. Frankly, the thing's amazing. These things are unbelievable. They're $1,500 for four, $1,495, I believe, for 4 of them, which is enough to do one component. The sonic benefits cannot be understated, especially on source components, power conditioners, speakers, amazing.
Yeah, we have them on the bottom of the speakers.
Amazing. While we're talking about sort of accessories here, let's talk about dun 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 dun. Come on, dude.
Yeah, it's an amazing product, isn't it?
Come on, yeah. Frankly, this is an amazing system, folks. As you can see, it's great. I don't know how many people told me, even people in the industry, walking up to me saying, you guys have the best sound at the show here.
By far.
However, without the ART plates and products in the system, it's a good system. It's good. With these in the system, it is, you guys out there, is amazing. It's on an entirely different level. And we've done demonstrations all weekend where we have the plates in and plates out. We put some music on, pause it, take them out, put them in. People are floored. This is an amazing product. Touch quickly on what it is, what it does for people out there in audio land.
So these devices contain rare earth metals in a proprietary mixture. They are then electromagnetically charged in a very specific type of a machine. When you place it on an electronic component near a power supply or underneath the component by the power supply, every power supply in every product generates EMI and RFI noise. It is an element of the design. When you put this near it, it's like a vacuum. It sucks all of that airborne noise completely out of the entire audio circuit. So what you get is a much lower noise floor, much greater dynamic range, cleaner, higher resolution sound. Literally, like it checks almost every box of improvement.
With no downsides.
With no
a lot of tweaks have downsides. From my ears, another thing that the plates do is they give this very kind of rightness, if you will, to the sound field. The mid-range, you guys, is so clear and clean and tidy. No etching on the top, layers of sound, width, depth, dimension.
Three-dimensionality.
Wow. And then noise floor, lowered, this low noise floor. Amazing product. Not inexpensive. Not inexpensive, but effective. For
paying for the technology and the engineering and the materials.
They make them in very small batches. There's no economies of scale or anything else. It's expensive to make, but what it does a high-end audio system, there is no equal to this product.
Well, the best part is it doesn't matter what electronics you have and how much money you've spent. It works effectively in every single system.
Sure does. Let's talk a minute about the crystal cable.
Yes.
From the Netherlands,
Yes.
Which series of crystal cable do we have here? And just touch on the different stuff we're using in the system.
So the majority of the cables in the system are from the ART series it's called the Da Vinci cable.
Yeah.
Which is their top signal cables. Speaker wires, interconnect cables, some of the power cords. And then we also have another treat. We have the limited production Infinity power cables.
Oh my
that
gosh.
won Product of the Year, Editor's Choice, Golden Ear.
Yeah.
It's a mind-blowing power cable. There is really nothing like this.
No, it's not.
But it in a similar way to the ART product that lowers the noise floor, increases dynamics, increases resolution, you could put that cable into any piece of electronics and you hear the benefit immediately.
For sure. Amazing sound, amazing result. Just for the folks out there in audio land, this is the Taiko Olympus server. We're using it with the XDMI output, taking the fiber out directly into the MSB Cascade DAC. Really, for streaming, is about the best streaming I've heard.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable, you guys. It is amazing. On that point, we're using the MSB Cascade as the preamp and the DAC, has a world-class volume control, and it has analog inputs. As you can see, we're using the tape machine directly into it. We've had world-class sound all weekend long. It's worked amazing directly into the Vitus amps and so forth. Lastly, I'll talk about the tape machine.
Yes.
I don't know how to sort of describe the sound of this thing. Because
mind-blowing?
People were so fucking blown away by it.
Nobody
Seriously.
could believe it. Nobody could
So
believe the
let me
sound
just tell you, kind of tick off the lowest noise that you've heard. Now, a lot of guys are like, well, where's the tape? Where's the tape hiss? Where's the noise? The DBX doesn't need anything like that. Doesn't need any of that. It has the lowest noise floor, the lowest coloration, and the lowest compression. What I mean by compression is it has crazy dynamic range.
The scale of the dynamics is mind-blowing.
Mind-blowing. When you hear that in a jazz ensemble or a classical or even Dire Straits, what we're listening to, it's in a league of its own in terms of sound quality.
It almost sounds like at times, if you don't know the recording well, it sounds like somebody's got the volume control and they're turning it down and turning it up and turning it down. The dynamic contrasts are really the only time I've ever heard a tape deck that does that. This is the only one.
But talk about the inner detail and just the sound field. The Cerebralis Live is
goosebumps. It sounds like she's here in the room playing privately for us. Even though you hear the crowd in the background clapping and saying other things, it really sounds like a live performance that is intimately in your living room.
The tape machine is not inexpensive. It's $35,000. Okay. However, it's one chassis.
Yep.
It has a vacuum tubed output stage. A lot of the tape source material can be sourced directly from SonoruS Audio. If anyone's interested in that, just call our offices. We can talk to you about that.
How many tapes do they have?
Oh, there's 5,000 or 6,000 titles available.
Huge catalog.
Yeah.
Wow.
The machines are brand new with a warranty. So it's not like you're getting some 80s machine that's been zzz on someone's kitchen table. That's not the case. And so we use them at every trade show. We have them at both of our stores. For whoever's interested can come listen to it. It's a revelation in terms of audio listening experience.
And for people that don't know about tape decks, how rare is it that it comes with the remote? Most tape decks don't.
Yeah, the remote's bitching for sure.
So that's a game changer.
Has balanced output and RCA outputs on it. It's just an amazing kit as all in one. It's just amazing, and people they're floored by it.
The fidelity is truly next level. I was running demos, and we would be listening to it for maybe half an hour or whatever on the side of the tape. I would switch to go to digital, and you could see the look on everybody's face. And we don't have a shabby digital system in here.
Almost 200 grand worth of digital. The tape machine's 35. The digital is almost 200 grand. And how would you put the tape versus the digital? It's at least on par, and in some cases better.
In many cases better, at least from the aspect of being live sounding and very realistic. Very emotionally engaging.
I don't know what else to say about this system. It was amazing.
No.
We're just wrapping up here at the show, and as always, great show. Appreciate
Absolutely,
your
man.
partnership.
Thank you so much.
So Scott Walker and Aldo coming to you from Southwest Audio Fest 2025. We are connecting you, bang, 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 to the moment. Boom.